Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to achieve this really pretty pink glowy look. And the first thing we are going to do is start with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. And I'm just going to take 1 to 2 pumps and put it right onto my face. And this just helps to eliminate the look of pores, and it just gives us a really great canvas to start with our makeup. Next, I'm going to take my RMS Lip Shine in the shade Bloom, and I'm going to use my cream shadow brush by Bobbi Brown. And don't be afraid to pick up a lot of product because we're just going to build a lot with this. And I'm going to apply it right to my lid, blending down towards the lash line so we don't see any skin. We want everything to be pink on our lid. And we're not creating a wing with this shadow, we're just covering the lid. We're not going to drag it out. I'm going to bring in some black liner and we're going to create a wing with that. So you just want to keep the eye shape pretty neutral with the shadow. Next, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Afterglow palette in the shade Peroxide, and I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush from Bobbi Brown, and we're just going to put this on top of the RMS just to bring out more of that pinky shade, and we're going to blend outward. And don't worry if you picked up too much product, just keep on blending and everything will come together. Next, I'm going to go in with my angled eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use the shade Pink Glow Highlighting Powder by Bobbi Brown. And I'm going to put it right into the crease just to blend everything together. It is a very neutral, pinky, sort of wet look, so I really love that in the crease. Then I'm going to grab my Tarte Double Take eyeliner using the pencil side, and I'm just going to draw a little line on the top of my lash, and then we're going to extend it a little bit. And don't worry if it's not perfect because we're going to smoke it out. And here I'm using the smoky eyeliner brush, and we're just going to blend it and extend it a little bit. Next, I am going in with the angled eyeshadow brush, and I am going to use the Afterglow palette in the shade Peroxide again, and I'm just going to line my lower lash line to connect the colors. So we're just going to smoke it out a little bit because we want the top to somewhat reflect the bottom, or the bottom reflect the top, I guess is the proper way to say it. It also just makes the eyes really pop. It's really beautiful and it's not overpowering, so anybody could really wear it. I'm just going to go back in with the Tarte Double Take eyeliner in the same side, and I'm just going to enhance the black a little bit more. I want it to be a little bit darker and I want my wing to be a little bit more defined. So I'm just going to apply it straight to my lid, and then I'm just going to blend it out again with the Smoky Eyeliner brush by Bobbi Brown. Next, we are going to use our foundation, and this is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Punjab. And I'm blending it in with the full coverage face brush, and I like to warm it up on my hand first, and this way I can kind of control how much coverage I really want. If I put it straight to my face, then I'm really going to get that full coverage, and I really want to keep this more of a daytime look, so we're going to keep it pretty sheer and just apply a thin layer. Next, I'm going in with my Instant Full Cover Concealer in the shade Warm Beige, and I'm just going to apply this straight to my under eye. Just 1 to 2 swipes. It's very full coverage, so you really don't need a lot. And then I'm going to blend it out with my full coverage touch-up brush. And I like to blend it out into the inner corner of my eye because that's where a lot of the darkness is. And it's also great to do this after you do a smoky eye because you can kind of wipe away any fallout and you can really define your wing. Apply the concealer, I like to blend it in with my finger, and it kind of just warms it up and pushes it into the skin and makes it look more like skin and leaves more of a natural finish. Coffee break. I'm so weird. I then like to take the concealer and I put it under my nose and around where I get red, and I'm just going to blend that in with the full coverage touch-up brush one more time. The tip of my nose, underneath. Anywhere you get red is really fine. You just need a little bit. I always set my concealer with a sheer powder, and this one is Pale Yellow by Bobbi Brown, and I'm using the eye blender brush, and it's just a very light and fluffy brush. You don't want anything too dense because we don't want to see the powder. And I'm just going to apply it in my T-zone, on my nose, anywhere that I get shiny, and of course my under eye because I crease. I'm a creasy bitch. Now that I'm done feeling myself, I'm going to go in with the shade Peroxide again, and we are going to use a sheer powder blush and use this right on the apples of our cheeks, blending back and down. And it's pretty sheer, so you could just build as much as you want. And then I'm going to use the same brush and use the Pink Glow Highlighting Powder by Bobbi Brown as my highlighter. And this really just gives a beautiful wet look with a little bit of a pinky sheen. Okay, we get it. I love highlighter. Now I'm going to apply some to my Cupid's bow. A little to the bridge of my nose. A little bit to the tip. And let me add some more to my cheeks while I'm at it. And of course, a little bit to my chin. Using the same sheer powder brush, I'm going to go in with my Nars palette, and I'm just going to use the shade on the bottom left. I believe it's called shade 1. And I'm just going to put this right on the apples of my cheeks to give more of a pop of pink. Next, I'm going to go back in with the RMS Lip Shine in Bloom, and I'm just going to apply this right to my lips for a really pretty pink sheerness. And now here is my little fun trick. I'm going to use my eye blender brush with the shade Peroxide, and I'm going to put that right onto my lips. I'm just going to press it right in, and this leaves more of a pale pink matte finish. And it really matches our eyes and our cheeks. I'm going to go back in with the same shade, just add a little bit more to my eyes to make it pop. Again, it's pretty sheer, so you can just keep building as much as you want, but we want this to look like a daytime look, so I'm trying not to get too carried away as much as it looks like I am. Mascara, I'm using my favorite, which is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. You can really just build with this and it never gets clumpy. And I like to close my eye on the wand and kind of wiggle up as I go just to separate the lashes. And when I close my eye on the wand, it just allows me to put more pressure on it and it really pushes them up. Next for our brows, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Eye Definer brush with a clean spoolie on the side just to brush through. And I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Brow Kit in gray and mink, and I like to mix the shades together. So first I'm going to start by brushing up my brows. And then I'm going to mix both shades together, and I'm going to start in the center, just where I see that it's sparse, and just fill them in from there. I don't like to go too heavy on the head because then it starts to look pretty fake and too full, so I really like to leave that head more sheer and concentrate on the tail and the middle. This is the finished look, and as you can see, it's very soft, it's very feminine, it's very easy to achieve. It's great for daytime or a date. And if you guys have any questions on how to use anything, please leave your comments below, and remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.